Hi everyone, Stacy here from Dies to Die For. Welcome to Thursday night card making. Tonight we're going to be doing the card number 3 that we did at the volume event on the volume event Facebook page. It's the Hello Sunshine card. Let's get started. First, I took our Cloud Edge borders. I don't have it right in front of me, but it comes with the Cloud Edge, this wavy snow edge, whatever you want to call it, and a grass edge. I just took the Cloud Edge part and I made 2 templates with it, one for my A2 card and one for my Slimline card. Just cut it out of the edge of white paper because this we're going to use to make clouds. Show you how I make clouds with it real quick. And when I do my clouds, I start at the top. A lot of other people start at the bottom, but I can't get the hang of starting at the bottom. So we're going to start at the top. Just put some ink on your brush and lay your template anywhere you want at the top. I did mine sideways a little. Okay. Yeah, it's the top I usually start at, right? For some reason, it's not feeling right to me. Then on my A2 template, I put a different portion of the cloud on each side. That way I could spin it and use different sections each time. This one, I think we're going to go right about there with it. It's pretty easy to make clouds this way. You just keep blending the ink in until you have the look that you're going for. Pull this one all the way down here again. And you can put these as close together or as far apart as you want. I think we'll do some a little closer and then some a little further apart. We'll come way down here now maybe. And for this particular card, you're going to be putting a piece of like dirt at the bottom. So you want to go about 3/4 of the way down your card. Come over here with this one. I like making the clouds. There's something peaceful about it to me. That one right there. What's fun about it too is you're never going to get the same look twice. It's always going to be different. Okay, I think this will be our last row. That's about all that we need. And you see right here where this goes in really far, that's kind of dark. I don't really want that much of a line there, so I'm going to blend my ink a little bit better right there. Cover it up a little bit more. And you won't see this down here because it's going to be covered. Actually, you won't see all of that. Okay, never mind. There was no point in doing that. Yes, there was. I was just trying to show you guys. Okay, then I took a piece of brown paper, and then I took our snow edge border, and just, I don't know what particular piece I used right there, and then just cut that out. I inked around the edge in brown, and then I just took my brown brush and rubbed over it a little bit to make it look like dirt, because that's what this is going to be, your piece of dirt. We're going to take that and glue that down. And if you don't want yours to come up this high, you can always cut it off a little bit more, or you can make it higher. Whatever you want. I'm going to glue that piece of dirt down on top of our clouds. Okay. Then I used our sun dye. And our sun dye can be used a lot of different ways. You can use just the larger, smaller part. You can take these little swirls that are inside of them. They pop out. Cut those out and you can put that in the center of one of them. There's a smaller one for this piece and a larger one for this piece. Or you could layer your sun and leave it like that, or put this little swirl. I like these little swirlies because you can pop them up like that. It's fun. There's a lot of different options you have with this sun. Today I'm going to use the larger piece that I've already inked with my yellow, and then a piece of white. Well, this is really like a cream color metallic paper. Thought it would be good for the sun, make it shimmer. I'm going to put this smaller piece right in the middle. And I want my little swirl to pop up a little, so I'm just going to put glue around the edge. That way it has a little bit of movement. Okay, now our sun is built. And I took our Hello Sunshine words, and our hello comes from our spring set. It says, let's see, spring, flowers, showers, and hello. And those sets have the shadow around them. And then the sunshine comes from our summer words that say water, fun, time, sunshine, and summer. And I cut the hello and sunshine out in hot pink, and then I cut the shadows out in the same cream colored paper that I used for the sun, but then I inked it yellow. So we're gonna work on the top of the card up here. I wanna put my hello sunshine word up here in the clouds somewhere. I think that's okay. So let's glue. My sun I kept off the edge of the paper a little. I'm going to snip those edges when I'm done. Now you have the top of your card done, except for snipping those edges off here. Let's get those edges snipped off quick. There we go. Here's the top of the card. Then I took our seed planting set and I cut out the watering can in a metallic silver kind of, and then a hot pink. And the hot pink one I snipped the handle part off and the handle on the top, and then I snipped this part off, but don't discard this because I cut the little, see that little thin ribbon? I cut that off, the pink, and I put it on the end. Now this will layer right on here, but before we do that, I want the watering can handle to look like it goes over the top of this, not behind it. So I'm going to take my scissors and just kind of make it look like a handle, or make it look like the end of a handle. Okay, now that we have that cut, we can put a little bit of ink. Not ink. We're not to the ink yet. A little bit of glue. On there, just like that. Then let me grab my gray ink pad really quick because I forgot to grab him and I want to use him real quick. And my gray brush, let me see. My daughter has been using my ink pads and my blending brushes. Can you tell? Because we have some blue and with the pink, and this is gray and purple. She also mixed a whole, let me show you this. She mixed a metallic ink pad, or she inked a metallic and then she inked on top of it with this. She ruined this, my Gur, and my bee sting. I'm gonna have to have a talk with that child. Anyway, get a little bit of gray on this and just touch the edges a little, just to, now that I'm done ranting about my daughter. She also got the metallic, I guess I'm not done ranting about her. She got the metallic ink pad on my mat here. I don't know if you can see it. Usually if I get ink on my mat, I can just take some alcohol and wash it right off. That metallic is not coming off. I think she thinks I put this little filming area in for her. And we're going to glue that handle down into place just a little. Alright. Then I cut a little flower because I thought the watering can was a little plain from the Forget-Me-Not flowers. And just inked it in yellow and put that in the center. I see a mistake that I made right there, because I put the watering can down before, but let's improvise a little and just pull it down more so it's not covering the sunshine word. You guys will get the idea if it's not exactly the same, right? Our watering can right there, now that we have it all done. Then I took our gloves from our mask and glove set and cut them out and put a little bit of brown ink on them to make them look dirty like they're used gardening gloves. And we're gonna put those somewhere there. I'm not gonna glue them down yet because I did, in my original one I had them underneath the watering can, but there's not really room there now, so we're gonna see where we want them. And for the little plants, I took our flower pot set and I cut out the plants. I cut them out in green, and then I just cut this bottom part out in brown and I layered them. Then I inked around them with the brown and used my brush to make them look a little dirty. Let me layer this one really quick. And for the A2 card, I used one big plant and two small ones. When we get to the Slimline card, I used 3 big ones and 2 small ones. And then one just dirt part. Do that. Where's my... Oops. And there goes that plant. Make sure we got this one. Okay, then I'm going to arrange these plants about where I think I want them. I don't want that one touching the sun, so it's going to touch the sun over there. But it may be right about there. Then off of the seed planting set, I also cut out the little rake and the shovel. I cut them out in the same color as a watering can, the same little silver metallic. And then in the hot pink, I cut just the handle part and I layered it. Let me see if I can find where I dropped that plant. Right there. Okay. Where do we want to put these plants now? Maybe maybe one behind these gloves a little. Make it look like, yeah, I think I like that. Okay, let's get our plants glued down. And I'm just gonna glue the base part so the leaves can still flop around a little. You guys know how I like movement and don't like everything to be so rigid and stuck down just flat. Since I'm not using pop dots on this card, this is how we're going to get our dimension tonight. That one right there. Okay. How did I have these gloves again? Something like that, maybe. What do you think? I think so. Put a little bit of glue in the center of that. Again, so those not gluing the fingers down so they can kind of pop up a little bit and move around. We're going to take our shovel and our rake, glue down the center of those, and those are going to just tuck in there somewhere. Just like that. There's our A2 Hello Sunshine card. Now let me move this out of the way because I don't know that we're going to need that again. Let's do our slimline. Our slimline, I used the slimline template and did the same with the clouds. I've already put down the sun and the Hello Sunshine words. Then for this one, I'm going to, let's see, put that up there a little. Oh, and I see that I did not put the dirt marks on our gloves. So let me do that quick. Boy, it's so much nicer to be able to ink on stuff and know that I'm not moving the camera all around. Okay. Oh, those are a little dirty. And this slimline card size that I'm using is a 8.5 by 4. I started by only doing the 8.5 by 3.5 cards, but I kind of am liking the 4-inch cards too. That way it gives you a little bit extra room to fit all the stuff that I like to fit in cards in. But I still use the 3.5 too. I usually only use the 4-inch when I'm trying to modify one of the dies that we already have for an A2 size to fit on a slimline, or when I'm doing a scene like this. Okay, we're gonna kind of put the gardening gloves right there. Got some webbing in there. Lay them in front of that watering can. Then this card I had, I'm going to put the smaller ones in the back first, I think. Let's go. And these things have been stuck down to this adhesive for a few weeks. Been trying to get to this card, so they're having a little bit more trouble coming off than they normally do. Just gonna spread those out a little bit more. And let's put our big plants right in the center of those. So it looks like a garden full of plants. Let me tuck this one right behind those leaves. Maybe a little bit, or right behind those leaves, right behind those gloves. That's what I meant to say. All right, then I took one little mound of dirt. I put it right here, but let's move it over here a little because there's already enough right there. Oh, actually, I just realized why I put it right there, because I still have to put our little gardening tools on. And these gardening tools also, not on these, but on the other set, I just took my brown ink and made them look a little dirty. Now we can pick that up, maybe. And then just lay the tools down. Make it look like you were out gardening all day long and you really had to go in and get a drink. So you just threw all your tools down. Don't worry, you'll come back and pick them up. Okay. Now, I'm going to put one little seed in that little mound of dirt, like you just planted it. And then maybe scatter a couple more seeds on the ground. And that is it for the slimline card. But I'm going to go back to my A2 card because I forgot. I wanted to put a couple of seeds on the ground in this one too. Just kind of scatter them. Okay, I think that is good. I have one extra plant left over, but I don't need it. Okay, and there you have it, your Hello Sunshine card that we did in the volume event, April volume event. But we just went over it and doing one card at a time so you could see everything that went into both cards. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next week's Tuesday. Have a great night.